What? I'm going to kill him. He's dead. I'm gonna get you.
Hello, my name is Kaylee, and if you are new to the channel, welcome. Today we are going to talk all about Men in Kilts episode 4. Now, if you've been following along with this series, each episode of Men in Kilts, we talk a little bit about what happened in the episode, and I give you a quick snippet from each of the episodes. And of course, today is no different. Now, episode 4, this episode I was looking forward to so much. I love the history of Scotland and the superstitions and the rituals and things like that. They really, that sort of stuff, it draws me in. So I was so excited about today's episode because that is what it was all about. Now, of course, we have the banter between Sam and Graham. I personally loved when Graham referred to Sam as Satan's little helper. That I had that full giggle moment for that. It was very cute and just very fitting for their relationship and how this show is portraying their friendship. That was funny.
There's a superstition about the direction you stir your porridge. You must stir your porridge. Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Pretty important.
Basically to ward off the devil.
Right.
I feel like I haven't
Have you been
right.
turning it in the wrong direction?
I think I have.
Yeah, you are basically Satan's little helper.
Whenever I make porridge, yeah.
Graham, of course, is on the butt end of a lot of jokes and a lot of jump scares through this episode, which, poor Graham. I feel like he is the scapegoat for a lot of jokes, and today's episode was just no different. At the start of this episode, Sam and Graham, they go and meet Charlotte, who is a death historian. She takes them into Greyfriars Kirkyard, and she gives us a bit of a history lesson about the cemetery and things that are happening there. She tells us about ghost stories and all about a certain tomb. This is the tomb of George Mackenzie. Now, they all go, well, no, they don't all go into it. The boys go into the tomb and they have their spooky story moment. I loved it myself. It was, this is somewhere that I've always wanted to go and visit anyway. So to get to see it and with the guys there having their banter, it was fantastic.
Après-vous.
I'm really scared. I'm really scared. Listen, I'm not normally somebody who is scared about this sort of thing, but, you know, okay, let's just take in the view, okay? A black hole with an iron gate.
Here you go, gentlemen, after you.
Holy shit.
Now, during the next part of the episode, we get to meet a witch expert, Leonard Lowe. During this part, Graham, of course, gets to be locked up like a witch. He has his thumbs in a thumb press, which to me just looked horrifying. Like, that was scary. But yeah, they demonstrate the thumb press, and they put Graham's head into a holder with his hands, and the mask goes on him. More tongue-in-cheek between the boys, and Graham's left there.
Good. Now, if I lift this up here, and you stick a couple of thumbs in there.
I'm not a witch.
Oh.
I'm not a witch.
Oh,
And then-
immediately.
But see, we've got this device here to twist it down to nothing.
Okay, you can stop now, Sam. Thanks.
and it got...
That's actually getting quite saucy.
This would crush your bones.
I can't clobber on.
You would get it.
Are you going to confess?
Could you?
Are
Yeah,
you going to confess?
I'm going to confess something in a minute. Yeah.
You're gonna confess?
Could you do me a favour, Leonard, and actually remove this from
what
my
do you reckon?
arms?
The problem is, we don't have the key.
We don't know if he's a witch yet.
Yeah. I tell you what, then, why don't we go have a cup of tea, and we'll come back and see if you'll confess later on.
You just stay
I think
there.
it's probably going to fall off, actually.
Pint time, is it?
Oh, okay.
Now, if you're a fan of Outlander, you're most certainly going to know the next part of the episode. The stone standing circle is just, it's an iconic thing for Outlander fans. And basically, the boys show you the stones that the casts were made from for the stones in Outlander, if that makes sense. Obviously, when they film Outlander, they don't have the stone circle in Outlander is fake, unfortunately. But the casts were made from the stones that the boys visit in this episode, and it's great to see them. You will most certainly recognize the famous one that Claire touches to go through the stones. And of course, Graham and Sam have their banter at the stones, and unfortunately, Sam Heughan does not manage to disappear through them.
Claire, you gotta go back.
No.
There's no place for you here.
Jamie, no, but you're so
it.
wonderful.
Stop, leave me alone, Claire.
So pretty.
You're leaning... Wait, what?
No, I've not touched it yet. I'm not touching it.
Oh, you're not touching it? Okay.
No.
Okay. Sorry, we're...
I guess really for us fans, that's a good thing that Sam or Graham cannot disappear through time through those stones. And then the last thing for the episode is the Beltane ceremony. Now, this is just iconic. We get to see more of Graham's now famous dance moves. And of course, Sam, he's in on it too. They're both having a great time. The element of fire is the main attraction in these ceremonies, and it just... the dancing and just, even though it's obviously a reenactment for the show, but it just looks spectacular. Episode, I did feel like the introduction or the first couple of scenes were a little bit different to what they have been in the past. It felt more rushed and let's get into the episode, get into the content of the episode, as opposed to the little bit of the story-ish intro that I feel the other episodes have kind of been based on. It was still a fantastic episode, and most certainly in my top... I'm going to put this one in my top 2. The music episode... that really did, that's been my number 1, I think, so far. So this one will put in a high second place. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please consider hitting it. We'll give you a notification every time we upload a video, and we are going to continue to do the Men in Kilts episodes each and every week. They are just, it's a show that I am absolutely loving. I'm obsessed with it, actually. It's just light-hearted fun. It's a great show. So if you have stumbled across this video and you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check it out. You all have a great week, and I will see you again next week for Men in Kilts episode 5. Bye!
Most of Scotland's traditions are still celebrated today.
You make it look so easy, but... Oh, sorry.
Bring out the sheep.
We've got to have a go, because I'm feeling extremely confident.
Aha.